I'm going to do an exercise for Siamese Mah Jongg using Wright Patterson rules. If you want to know more about this variation, look for links in the video description below. In essence, you can play 2 hands at one time against one opponent. This is a great option if you don't have 4 players to play a standard game. If you're new to Mah Jongg, or if you already know how to play and just want to build your skills, consider subscribing to my channel. That way you won't miss anything. Let's roll these dice to determine who's prevailing. I rolled an 8, so north is prevailing. We'll roll these dice to determine if we are player 1 or player 2. Odd will be player 1, even will be player 2. I rolled an odd, so we're going to be player 1. I will get 28 tiles. We have a green dragon, pung of north, east, west, honors. We have cracks with a pung and a pair. Down here we have bams, 2 pair, 1s and 4s. Here we have dots, nice sequence, pair 7s. If this were your dealt hand, what would you focus on and what would be your first discards? If these were my tiles, I would play a number hand and a sequence hand. We have 4s and 7s, 4, 7, 4, 7. Actually, I believe there's a date hand that uses that. Let's just look really quick. 4s and 7s, 1s and 9s, red dragon. Pairs of 4s and 7s, we have a green dragon. 4th of July, number 78 on page 27. Pairs of 4s and 7s in each suit. 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, 7, but we have no red dragon. That's a double limit hand. It is concealed. I don't think I would do that here though. I think I would play double numbers. 4, 7, cracks, bams, pair north, then play news lineup with dots. So we have 7 discards with this choice, which is pretty good. I try to make a decision to where I have 8 discards or less. So we have a pair here. This is the only weakness. We could pung here, pung here. We just need to get 1 more 7 to be ready to win there after, of course, we pung. So double numbers there. And then here we have almost news. We need a south. News lineup does not require a pair of simples though. That's number 10 on page 18. Sequence of 1 and 9 in 1 suit with news and 1 wind paired. We're using the north up here. It could be any one of them though. So really we have 8 discards, but I would not discard that yet. I would hold all the dots, because we potentially could even play try numbers with 4s and use these up here and then play all dots. Try numbers is another number hand, number 39 on page 22. Pungs are the same numbers in each suit with a pung and a pair of winds or a pung and a pair of dragons. So there's a pung, and we would need to pair up one of these, and we could use this up here. We'd have to throw away a pair of 7s though. So I think double numbers with 4s and 7s is good. And then down here, news lineup or all dots. We have flexibility here between 2 number hands and a 1 suit or 1 suit with honors hand. I would discard these first. Let me know what you think about that. We'll do another one. Prevailing is east. We are going to be player 2 since I rolled an even number. $27 tiles is what we need. We have a pair of red dragons, a white dragon, a pair of norths, and an east. So a healthy group of honors. Then here we have cracks, a pair and a pung, a bit of a sequence. Here we have dots with a pair and a pung and a sequence. Here we have bams with a pair. If this were your dealt hand, what would you focus on, and what would be your first discards? If this were my starting hand, I think I would play Eleanor number hand because of the pung and the pairs. We have a pung here too. And then something mixed suits with the remaining tiles. Maybe middle chows. Middle chows or sukiyaki. So Eleanor would look like this. This is the weakness. 1 east. We need another east. But we could pung here, and we have pungs here. The numbers have to be 2 through 8 and different in each suit. So that would be Eleanor. That is on page 22, number 40. So with the remaining tiles, I would try for, we have 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6 double numbers with north. Another number hand. I was thinking originally chows, but we're using the 4 up here. 4, 5, 6 in each suit. We're using 4s here. So that might not be good. But here we have 5, 6, 5, 6 with a pair of norths. Five, 6, north. Maybe even hold the 8 bam and 3 bam, because if we get a 5 bam, we could play neutrality with 5, 6, 3, or 8. So let me just read neutrality to you. Neutrality is just like Eleanor, only instead of east with red, it's north with 5 bams. It's number 43 on the same page, 22. Double numbers would be number 38. 2 pungs of the same number, 5, 6, 5, 6, with a pair of Windsor dragons. So we're light here and here. We would need to pair up, of course, and pung. The other option would be to hold the 3s just in case we get all the fours. We would need all four because we would need a pung here, and then we would need a single for 4, 5, 6 if we were to play sukiyaki, for example. Sukiyaki is a mixed suit hand with chows. Number 56 on page 24. Chows 4, 5, 6 in each suit with news and 1 wind paired. So we have a pair of north. We would need all the east because we would need a pung up here, and then we would need a single down here for news. So we're sharing some tiles. That's the challenge here. The other option might be to hold cracks, because we could maybe just play all cracks. We're in east seat and it is south round. Actually, yeah, we're playing for east and south. So we wouldn't be able to play something like windy gates because this north couldn't be used for our hand since we're playing for east and south. So we might not be able to use these if we play cracks. But I would hold them for an option. Hold these, discard these first, and see what comes in. Eleanor, double numbers with a fallback plan or plan B with cracks. I just noticed that we have 6, 8, 6, 8 double numbers. We could use the 5s up here instead of the 8s. So discard these first, hold the 8, just to give us yet another option. We have 2 discards before we would have to make a choice. I rolled a 9, so that means east is prevailing. I rolled an 8, so we're going to be in north seat. 27 tiles. We have a white dragon, red dragon, and a wind. Not very many honors this time. Here we have lots of cracks. 1, 2, 3 pair in there. Nice sequence. Here we have dots with a pung of 7s. There's a sequence there too. Here we have bams with a pair of 1s and an itty bitty sequence. If this were your dealt hand, what would you focus on and what would be your first discards? If this were my dealt hand, I would first think about honors, hands of honors, because you can use terminals. We have all but the 9 crack for terminals. So let me just show you what this would look like. Hand of honors, singles, but 1s and 9s here. 2 pairs of 1s. If I had to pick a hand, maybe play Heavenly Twins or Termination, 4 pungs of terminals and a pair of dragons. We're pretty light with our pairs. So I think we need to come up with something down here to make that even a viable option, because this is pretty weak because we only have 2 pair. We could maybe even play angels. Angels is number 63 on page 25. 1s and 9s of each suit. We need a 9 crack. News, 1 of each dragon, any tile paired, which we have there. Maybe keep that one and use this down here for 1 suit. Angels and cracks. Maybe Pung Chow. I was wondering if we could maybe do something in mixed suits, but we have 2, 3, 4 pairs, 2s, 4s, and this 7 here. I don't think we're going to be able to use it all. I think what I would probably do is play cracks here, hold these for an option. If honors come in, go that way because honors are higher value. And then use dots here with the winds and dragons. Maybe play Betty. We wouldn't be able to use this though, but that would be a pair hand that would use all these dots. Well, not all of them. We'd only need 3. Those, for example. Betty's number 8 on page 17. 3 pair in 1 suit, no terminals, which are 1s and 9s. 7 odd honors and 1 honor paired. If we played a hand with dots, maybe dragon lineup, and we would also not be able to use the 7 dot, one of them. Dragon lineup is number 11 on page 18. Sequence of 1 and 9 in 1 suit, 1 tile paired 2 through 8, red, white, and green dragon, and 1 dragon paired. So these would go away. I think this is what I would do. I probably would play dragon lineup, hold the 7 or any dots, see what comes in. Discard these first. And then depending on what comes in, if we get more cracks, focus on cracks and dots respectively. If we get more dots, then maybe we could just play 2 1 suit hands and give up on the terminals. I think that's probably going to be the strongest option here. These probably would go away. And even still, if we did dots here and cracks here, we would have 6, 7 discards. May or may not be able to use this, but that's not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Cracks, dots. I probably play either doublets or Pung Chow. Doublets is 7 pair in 1 suit. It's the very first hand in the book. Page 17, number 1, doublets. 1, 2, 3 pair right now. If we get news, we could maybe do razzle. Number 6 on the same page. 5 pairs with news. Or we could play Pung Chow. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 pair. Or potential chow, potential chow, potential chow. Potential chow. Right here we could do potential pung or pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That hand is set for Pung Chow, and that is number 15 on page 18. So I think this would be a good plan. More likely than not, these would go away. But when I see all the ones and 9s, especially paired up, I think about a hand of honors for double value. But this is probably more reasonable and likely. Quicker win for sure. If you have not played Siamese Mah Jongg yet and you have a Mah Jongg set at home, try random pulls. It really is a great way to get used to working with all those tiles. It can be a little overwhelming at first, but you get used to it pretty quickly. And it's a lot of fun. You can almost make one hand work right away, and then the other hand you could build. There are different strategies involved, so if you want to know more about that, watch my other Siamese Mah Jongg videos for Wright Patterson Mah Jongg. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Click that little gray bell if you do. That way you'll get notification for when I post new videos, and you won't miss an opportunity to learn a new strategy or pick up an insight to the game that could give you an advantage at the table. Between now and the next set of random pulls for Siamese Mah Jongg using Wright Patterson rules, may all your picks be keepers.